Hey everybody, so in this little video here we're going to be doing some barbecue chicken thighs on the flat top griddle. So now that I got my griddle good and hot, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some bacon grease down. No, this is not that store-bought crap. This is good old bacon grease in the pan when I make bacon at home. So we'll get that spread out on the griddle here. Get my chicken thighs laid out on the griddle. I always do skin side down to start off with because you get more contact with the skin side than you would on the bone side. As you can see, the side that's up there, it's kind of rough. So I always start with the skin side down, get a good full contact for that first cooking time on the griddle or on your pan or grill, however you're cooking your meat up. Once we got those down and going, get my seasonings out. And I always have a base of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, or granulated garlic powder, onion powder, whatever you want to call it. But that's my base spice on just about everything I cook. So you season it up real well, get it coated real well with all the spices. And I'm also using a little paprika on this one, just because I like the taste of paprika. And then the next thing we're going to do is, on the griddle here, I like to use a little bit of Worcestershire sauce once I get everything seasoned up. Now I don't necessarily put the sauce right on the meat. I'll kind of put it on the griddle around the meat, and then the meat will just kind of cook and soak in the flavor of the sauce as it's cooking. So I don't necessarily, put it on the meat, anything like that. Just throw it on there and let her cook. So now that we've gone a few minutes on this skin side down, go ahead and flip everything over, get the other side cooking on the other side. And then we're also going to re-season or season this side of the meat as well with the same seasoning: salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of paprika. I'm only using the paprika on this just because it's chicken and it's going to have a barbecue taste, and that paprika will add a little bit of a smoky flavor to it just by adding that to it. Finish up the seasonings on this side. And once we're done with that, we're going to let her cook again a little bit, 2 or 3 minutes or so on this side. Chicken thighs only take 10-15 minutes to cook because they're usually not real thick, especially when they're boneless, because you're getting a good contact on both sides of the meat. I'm also going to add, and this may sound strange, a little red wine vinegar on this cooking process. It just kind of gives that little bit of twang on the back side, even though we are going to be putting some barbecue sauce on these down the road. So once those have cooked 2, 3, 4 minutes on that side, we'll give them a little check here for doneness. I'm going to slide them back on the different part of the griddle here, try and get a little more sear marks on these. A little hotter on the back side here. And then I'm going to take my scraper here. Once I get these all moved up and cleaned up, eventually we'll clean up this little area so we got a nice clean surface to cook with on the front side here. These little nibbles here are going to be mine to munch on as the rest of this chicken continues to cook. I'll throw these on a plate off to the side, off camera, so you can't see me eating these little snacks. These are just little pieces of the thigh that's fallen off from the deboning process. So let's get this cleaned up. Like I said, scrape this off to the side, and we'll get ready to flip these again here in just a minute. Back to the skin side. Let's see how we got a nice color on that bone side. Just give them good flavor, good sear points on that bone side. Slide these forward to this clean area. Again, I'm feeling them for firmness is what I'm doing right there, just for doneness. I know you see a lot of people poking their meat with a finger or their tongs like that, and basically what you're doing is you're just feeling how done the meat is. The more done the meat gets, the firmer it gets. If it's soft, obviously, then it's, you know, still kind of rare or raw in the middle. So here again, just checking after they've cooked a few minutes on this side, just give them a little feel. See how firm the meat is. Still got a little ways to go. And also with chicken thighs on that bone side, you can kind of spread the meat apart a little bit and see if there's any pink in there. You do not want to eat chicken raw or even rare, medium rare. It's just not healthy for you. Good standard temperature for chicken is about 160, 165 internal temperature. As they say, just to kind of make sure you kill all those nasty little germs that live inside a chicken that make you sick if you eat raw chicken or uncooked chicken. So we'll just get this cleaned up here on this side. Give the chicken a few more minutes to cook here. Alright, so after we've let the meat cooked on that side a little bit, we'll check it again here. Now this piece here is one of the thinner pieces of this bunch, so it's pretty much about done. I'm going to move it off to the side here. I got no burner on this side of the griddle, so it's just staying warm from the residual heat from the other burners on the griddle. We'll go ahead and get these flipped back over, check them again, see how done they are. Just want to make sure we don't burn it. A little color on the meat is obviously a good thing. It adds some flavor, but we just don't want to burn it on one side or the other during the cooking process. You just want to keep moving your chicken around. I do keep moving it front to back on the griddle, and I scrape the griddle as I go just to keep it clean. Just gives good surface contact with the meat on the griddle as it's cooking. So that way you're never building up too much gunk on your griddle as you're cooking. Alright, a few more minutes gone by here. Keep checking, moving the meat around, feeling for doneness. A couple more little pieces falling off here, just checking those, making sure those are done. And we're just going to keep doing this until the chicken kind of tells me it's done and ready to go. Press down on a little bit, try to get some more color on this side of the meat. Slide this over here a little bit. Get ready to throw some sauce on these. Now if they break apart, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. I'm just going to be throwing these on buns and eating them on sandwiches, or you can just throw them on a plate and eat them as they are. And you're not getting the smoky flavor as you would if you're doing them on a barbecue grill, but you're also not going to be burning the barbecue sauce as you would on the grill by doing them on a griddle. So I like to use Sweet Baby Ray's. It's just my sauce of choice if I don't have any of my own homemade sauce made. So we'll get those sauced up. And this one here on the end is a little bigger than the other ones, so that's why I'm kind of giving it a few more minutes by itself before I throw it on the pile with the rest of the chicken there. We'll get this cleaned up. As I said, I clean as I go. That way it's less work you got to do at the end when you're done cooking. Kind of move this over here. Get all that sauce smothered all around that chicken. Don't want to leave any of that behind. Just toss them in that sauce. Get them all good and covered. Move them around. And once you kind of got sauce on all your pieces, you can kind of spread them out a little bit. Let that sauce caramelize a little bit on the griddle. Add a little more flavor, a little more texture to the meat. Just from cooking it. A little bit of that sauce on there. And you do have to watch, like I said, there's sugars in barbecue sauce, so they can burn on the griddle. Okay, they've cooked for a minute or two on that side. We'll go ahead and flip them over, see how they look. Get some good color on there. Make sure they're not sticking or burning in any way. You want to keep them, well, you want to sauce them as much as you want. I like just a good coating of sauce. I don't like my food drowned in barbecue sauce or any type of ketchup or sauce or anything like that. I just like adding that kind of stuff for flavor. So making sure that's all done. Throw it on the plate. And there you go. Barbecue chicken on the flat top griddle. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in and keep your eyes out for my next video. Thank you.